with the talk, the pass to your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the duck play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
simultaneously over choice of rock.
The earn.
30 years, so you can say you got
Return.
live off the board, unlike you and your chess man.
We installed out in you and your yes men.
And if the game had names, we'll insert
Upheaval the ground.
cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Believe in the kings of all crown. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all feet and flow.
But can you rock it like rocket
What you
fuel?
talk about? Space out your mind.
But can you rock it like rockets full?
Close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, stay, back.
Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Turn it up, y'all feet and flow.
Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, giving the show.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. We are just moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New England Patriots. With that, let's head on up to Foxborough. Standing by with the call at Gillette Stadium, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Ready, set, 29, Alpha, Shadow, Sugar, hey, check it. Shoot. 6 guard, check 6 guard.
Watch safety green,
On first down, Brady. That's caught by his tight end, Matt Lacoste. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there? Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
On the ground, Michelle. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
You got nothing.
From the gun on third down, Brady. He can run for it, and he will. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Tom Brady flashing the mobility, scrambling there for a first down. They'll run it here. This is James White. And an alley to run. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And now,
it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that you don't like that call on the opening drive of the game.
It's a very strong limb that you're out on right now. Okay, look, the game between college and the NFL continues to creep closer, but that is truly a college play, not an NFL play. Because you'd snap the ball from the 3-yard line there, whether it's going for 1 or going for 2. So it makes sense to try it that way to maybe fake it. In this case, from the 15, makes 0 sense.
And now your lead's just 6-0 instead of 7-0. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop. They'll get this out wide to Boyd. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touch.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep for New England, Julian Edelman. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. He'll return it from the 6. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
Alert! Hey, 66. 450.
They begin with Michel on the ground. And some room to run now. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, 84 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit. But
and oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Dalton here from the gun. That's complete. Bernard. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. 12-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Dalton, the veteran Jason McCourty there to make sure that one didn't find its target. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sand. Dietrich Wise drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Edelman set to return. .47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. Room here to run. There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Tom Brady, 64 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Well, you want to talk about making something out of nothing. Boy, he did that right there. What an incredible run.
Obviously a pass play, and he couldn't find anyone open downfield. But sometimes the receivers just run those defenders off, and it creates a wide-open space.
Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Partner, they're up big. They snap the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT, yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me on a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing, Dalton. He's going to air it out deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green, 54 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. He's in his own second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot Touchdown, New England. James White with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. They've got this big lead. They said, forget one, we want two. Instead, they got zero.
Unbelievable that they even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll bring up second down. Passing again, Dalton on 2nd and 10. Got his man, it's Eifert. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. He's got his man, Boyd. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Another chance for Dalton.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. To throw again on second down. Dalton. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And now Edelman. Oh, refusing to go down. There he goes, Julian Edelman. And it's a New England Patriots touchdown. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs, punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smelled terrible.
Watch the fly. Watch the fly. Watch the fly.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. He completes it to Boyd. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Passing, it's Dalton. He gets this one to Boyd. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Dalton now to pass. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Here's Kevin Huber now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded at the 20. So we've come to halftime after a very... We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Bengals 7.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? Well, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Giovanni Bernard, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it's 3rd and 5. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Kevin Huber now. He's been terrific so far. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taken in at the 11. And he works free. And there he goes again. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. That's a punt return of 89 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
That good for 19 and a first down.
That's it, baby. We gonna run.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he gets off a high, spiraling kick. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now Michel. Still on his feet. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 22 and a 1st down. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a 1st down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. And some room to work. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Gostkowski the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Sony Michel's touchdown scamper that polished the drive off. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So Dalton now gets it to his running back, Bernard.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Dalton, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Bennett, the former Texas A&M Aggie, dropping the hammer. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. And Dalton to throw. This is caught. It's Boyd. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Dalton finding Green complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? And able to find Green. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point try for Gostkowski. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Dalton on the screen, Bernard. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. Now a 1st down carry. It's Michelle. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down.
It's always been funny to me, Brandon, when coaches always talk about on hot days like the one we have here, well, it's hot for both teams. But when one team has the advantage, when one team is running the ball really well and closing things out, it's hotter for the defensive side, and they sag a lot quicker.
Yeah, they say the dog days of August, the heat we're seeing here today, dog days of September, and the advantage right now on the offensive side. Breaks a tackle, and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they?
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, no. see the green light. No, tires burn the pavement. People want to know what makes Possum Dave win.
Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went.
Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy.
The blends be all the right cred.
Meaning credentials.
Best of both worlds
When we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental.
Are you ready?
Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Steady, to the letter rock, turn it up, giving the show.
But can you rock it like rocket
What you talking
fuel?
about, space out your mind?
But can you rock it like rocket
Let's close
fuel?
and counter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, the pass to your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on E.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on yet another AFC team, the New England Patriots. Sony Michel, his first carry. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. James White's first carry. And an alley to run. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Striking first in any game is very important, but on this stage, the biggest of stages in the Super Bowl, that's huge.
You fully expect the other team to battle all the way through, but when you're the one setting the pace, jumping out in front, that has to feel great for the entire organization.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Got his man, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now Brady. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Tom Brady, 53 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that'll make the score 14-0. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Mahomes now on 1st down. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Gostkowski the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Right here, right here.
3rd and
21-0 our score after 1. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Williams. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Dante Hightower on the stop. On 2nd down now, it's Williams. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Throwing on first down is Brady. Stepping up, he'll try. And he will score! Touchdown, Patriots! Tom Brady, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Gostkowski with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
To throw, it's Mahomes. This is caught by Williams. The third down run gets him nothing. They couldn't get anything going there out of the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Taken in at the 22. So we've come upon halftime. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing quickly, Mahomes gets this out to Watkins. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, Williams. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A gain of 3, 2nd down. They fake the give, now Mahomes. And that's incomplete. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing them.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On 1st down, Michelle. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Brady steps away to his left. They find some open field here. There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Tom Brady with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
A drive there of just 4 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. He's got it to Williams. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mahomes complete to his tight end. It's Kelsey, and he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes' throw complete to his tight end, Kelsey. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, and this is caught by Watkins. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now here's Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Mahomes. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Down the numbers. There he goes. Past the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. We talk about it a lot. One of the dangers of the long field goal, you got to kind of hit it low and drive it. That makes it susceptible to a block here. Not only do they block it, they return it.
And how about how well they did on the return, where they didn't create a penalty. Oftentimes in that type of a scrambling situation, someone will clip, someone will block below the waist, right? You name it. In this case, though, that didn't happen. They formed it up, and he took it all the way back for a touchdown.
Extra point good by Gostkowski, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The New England defense gearing up to take the field. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he checks this one down to Williams. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Mahomes to throw, and that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, but the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And the drive starts with a completion, left side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Brady. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it.